Hi, I'm Jeannie Elmstrom. Welcome to my Accunect page. Many of my patients have asked, how does Accunect work actually? So I prepared this presentation to explain Accunect and its principles. Accunect is a healthcare modality that acknowledges that the body has a natural ability to heal itself. The body's greatest challenge when it comes to health is stress. Stress occurs in the body because of emotions, beliefs, injuries, toxins, microbes, trauma, as well as feelings of being disconnected from ourselves and our environment. Any of these factors will impact the body's ability to function at optimal levels, resulting in patterns of illness and disease. Accunect will address the patterns at a deep, lasting level by recalibrating and normalizing the body's natural energy pathways. Accunect is a powerful, simple, non-invasive therapy that allows the body to balance and heal itself by restoring its natural healing potential. Accunect is grounded in the holistic principle that body, mind, and spirit are interconnected. It uniquely addresses all three levels within you, allowing for fast, profound, and long-lasting effects. Accunect is a blend of many healing techniques, including theories from traditional acupuncture, quantum physics, tapping techniques, modern biomedicine, and neuroscience. Using the energetic frequency and power of universal consciousness, instant transformation is possible, and we are able to connect to our true selves. Accunect is healthcare for the 21st century. You possess inside of you one of the most brilliant supercomputers known to humankind. The body-mind complex, explored for centuries by doctors and scientists, is a fascinating system of communication networks formed by cells that communicate with each other and with other systems, each in communication with other organs and body parts. Although we've been studying the human body for centuries, we still only have a basic understanding of how it works. Our body is designed to take care of itself, to heal itself without much help from us. Our brain oversees the functioning of every system within, keeping our heart beating and our lungs breathing, whether we're asleep or awake. No conscious effort is required to perform any of the natural functions of the body, including digestion, elimination, respiration, or metabolism. However, there is one thing that interferes with this brilliant system, and that is stress. Physical, mental, psychological, and emotional stresses cause our body to have to work harder. Stress interrupts the natural flow of information from one system to another and causes resources to be diverted from our body and redirected to support stress reactions. Suddenly, our lungs, or our digestive system, or our immune system don't have the energy they need to function properly, and we get sick. The body expresses illness in many different ways. Sometimes, the body part expressing the illness or disease is not the origin of the problem at all. Since all our body parts are interconnected, they express both their own state of health and also the state of health of other parts too. For instance, in Western medicine, we have a term called referred pain. You may have sciatica, which is back pain that travels down the leg to the foot. Many internal organs and endocrine glands refer pain to other parts of the body. For instance, the pancreas refers pain to the mid-back, and both the small intestine and gallbladder refer pain to the shoulder. So just because you have a symptom in one part of the body does not mean that that part of the body is diseased. The source of the problem often lies elsewhere. So how can we be sure? If your shoulder hurts, how do we know if it's a problem with the shoulder, or if it's a small intestine or gallbladder problem, or something else? How do we treat it? This is a question that every branch of medicine has contemplated since the beginning of medicine. Many different branches of medicine have created methods of testing to determine the method of treatment. In Western medicine, we have blood, urine, saliva, and fecal tests. We have MRIs, EKGs, CAT scans, and PET scans. In chiropractic medicine, they evaluate the spine and the relative strength of muscles to determine which joint or area of the body is out of balance, because structural imbalances affect blood flow and nerve supply. In acupuncture, we have pulse diagnosis, where we test the quality of the pulse at the wrist, because the pulse reflects the relative health of all the internal organs, the blood, and the energy. In nearly all forms of medicine, they ask, they probe, they palpate, they listen, they smell, they touch. And sometimes, no matter what discipline, the diagnosis is unclear. Even when they do exploratory surgery, sometimes the diagnosis is inconclusive. There is still so much that we do not know about how the body works and why it gets sick. Here's an analogy. Let's say you're going on a trip, Flight 2211, nonstop service from Los Angeles to New York. You arrive at the airport in plenty of time for your flight. But at the gate, you find that your flight is delayed. Your flight originated in Seattle, and they're having snowstorms in Seattle. It does not look good, and they're making announcements at the gate like, "Sorry for the delay, folks, but all the planes are grounded in Seattle, and they're about to shut the airport down. If anyone wants a hotel voucher or a meal voucher, please come see me at the desk here. And if anyone wants to wait till tomorrow to leave, let me know because I can still get about 3 people on the 7:30 a.m. flight to JFK." So is the problem really that your flight is delayed leaving LA? No, that's not the problem at all. Actually, the problem is that it's snowing in Seattle, and the plane can't take off, and your flight originated there. In the same way, you can have really bad digestion, gas, bloating, constipation. You can eat like 3 things without feeling sick, but who can live on 3 things, right? So you eat as lightly as you can, but you're eating a 6-pack of antacids every 2 days, and you're gaining weight. You have headaches, insomnia, brain fog. You can't think straight. What is wrong with you? Is there something wrong with your stomach? Maybe, but how do we know? Maybe you have a bunch of food allergies, and that's your problem. Or maybe it's something in your small intestine. You're not producing enough digestive enzymes. What if you have parasites? Or maybe the problem is in your colon. Or maybe you have a stomach ulcer. Who knows? How do we actually know? Basically, with most chronic health problems, when you're looking for the cause, it's not just one thing. There's usually at least 3 or 4 causes, and the body has a specific order in which things need to be addressed. Here's what we've noticed about the body. The body has a tremendous capability to heal itself. We've noticed that in healing, the body has a specific order that it uses when initiating a healing response. For instance, when you cut yourself, the body sends cells in a specific order. In a nutshell, here's what it looks like. First, the body initiates an inflammation response to stop bleeding and to allow the blood to clot. Then cells are released and sent to the site of injury to control bacteria and prevent infection. Pretty soon, the body forms new tissue and forms a scar. We didn't have to think about any of this to make it happen. We didn't have to consciously make an effort to send any of those cells to the site of injury. Chances are we didn't even know about that process. But before you know it, it's all healed up. So in Accunect, we've learned about the body from observing this process. And what we've noticed is that first of all, the body is capable of a miraculous thing, self-healing. And it does this without any help from us, consciously or unconsciously. And secondly, we've learned that the body has a specific order in which it requires healing to take place. So if our body is capable of self-healing, then why, in this example with bad digestion, can our body not fix the problem? The answer is stress. Stress prevents self-healing by taking critical resources, like blood, energy, and nerve supply, away from the part of the body that needs it, like the digestive system. And then the body uses those resources somewhere else, like in the fight or flight nervous system, or in the immune system in keeping a latent virus from becoming acute, or in trying to process food that doesn't work for you. So in a way, you could say that what's happening here is that the body's energy is just being used somewhere else. With this in mind, the Accunect Health Map was created. The health map is based on and centers around the 5 elements of Chinese medicine and acupuncture theory, and it includes several categories of things that can be balanced. There's the organs and corresponding acupuncture channels that carry energy and information through the body. Then there's the mind, including emotions, memories, beliefs, and the consciousness of oneness. There's energies, including the chakras, energies coming in from the environment, the 5 elements, archetypes, and the energetic aspect of your immune system from Chinese medicine. There are specific procedures that are designed to balance your brain, your immune system, your body's ability to manage water metabolism, and calm your nervous system when it gets overloaded. And then there's the body systems themselves, all the different aspects of the nervous system and the brain, the endocrine system, which controls metabolism, the flow of energy through the blood, lymph, and qi, and the 5 senses through which we experience the world. And then in the center is the body, which allows the practitioner to balance any specific or general part of the body. The practitioner uses gentle muscle checking to navigate this map. It's an interesting concept that we can ask what the body needs. It very well may be the first time that it has occurred to anyone to ask that question. And since the practitioner is connected to the zero-point field, they get a response. We only ask questions which have a yes-no answer, and we keep the questioning limited to what is ready to shift. Sometimes we just need to direct the attention of the entire body-mind to one specific part in order to reallocate resources. For instance, the person might just have been really worried about something in their life, and consequently their body has just allocated a whole bunch of its resources to the fight or flight nervous system. So in our first balancing, we might need to focus on the rest, relax, heal, digest aspect of the nervous system. Sometimes, on the other hand, we need to look at several things in a balancing. For instance, the next thing to come up after that nervous system balancing might be to balance the liver to the pancreas in order to bring balance to blood sugar and digestion. So basically, in our example of balancing the liver and pancreas, when we tap, the brain goes, "Oh look, liver and pancreas aren't getting enough resources. Let's change that." So the practitioner gently taps over the brain and over the heart. This is how we activate the energy field of the major control centers of the body. We tap over the head to activate the brain and the nervous system. We tap over the heart to encode the changes in the heart's electrical field and the acupuncture meridian system, ensuring the new information is stored throughout the body. This will allow lasting improvements in function. Then the person's body-mind complex will make the changes. Accunect has a broad knowledge base. It stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of knowledge from Chinese medicine. It encompasses all that we know in biology and Western medicine about how the body works. In addition, because Accunect acknowledges the role of emotions in health, it can also release the hold of old emotions and fears, memories, and beliefs that no longer serve us and get in the way of our being in the present moment. Accunect works through the principle of quantum physics, which acknowledges that the simple act of observing something will change that thing. Quantum physics marries science and mystic philosophy in its discovery of the zero-point field, that vibrating field that connects all of us to everything in the universe, which in spirituality is called universal consciousness. We all have access to all knowledge through the zero-point field, which means we all have access to unlimited potential for healing. So in Accunect, we harness the energy of the zero-point field and use that energy for healing and transformation. Probably the most important aspect of Accunect, the one that makes Accunect different from other modalities, is its versatility. With all this knowledge literally at our fingertips, Accunect provides the practitioner with an enormous bag of tools. Accunect combines all this information and philosophy so that regardless of the imbalance, Accunect can address it, whether it's energetic, emotional, physical or structural, physiological, or consciousness in nature. Because usually it's not just one thing, rather it's one thing after another. It's a back pain caused by structural issues and emotional issues, childhood traumas, and organ disharmonies. Or it's fatigue and weight gain caused by an endocrine imbalance, fears, environmental sensitivities, and a meridian imbalance. Or it's migraine headaches caused by hormonal imbalances, stress, family issues, food sensitivities, and energetic interferences. And the good news is that Accunect can address all of these issues. So I invite you to try Accunect. Regardless of your health concerns or challenges, Accunect brings a new awareness to your health and your life. It can help your body-mind complex integrate into a new level of well-being. If you'd like to make an appointment, you could click on the menu button that says Make an Appointment and then click Book Now. Then you can pick a time that's convenient for you. Please feel free to read the articles and watch the other videos on this site. Thanks for visiting.